Hey everybody, welcome back to the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. When last we left off, we were on the Shivering Isles, doing a job for Sheogorath, Daedric Prince of Sandwiches, and Madness. Mostly Madness. You've damaged my strength, you wankstain. Good thing I have a spell to fix that right away. That term will never stop being amusing to me. Wankstain. Button, button. Who's got the button? The Resonator of Judgment has been attuned. I should now make my way back to New Sheoth to report my success to Sheogorath. I wonder if this is going to hurt me. Chances are high that the answer is yes. This is Sheogorath we're talking about here.
Finally, Lord Sheogorath has sent someone to assist me.
In doing...
But where are my manners? Must get into my professional tone. Welcome to Zedillion. I'm the dungeon caretaker, Kiliban Nerendil.
Uh-huh.
A wonder of engineering, is it not?
Oh, quite.
Zedillion is the ultimate test of mettle for the foolhardy adventurer that dares trespass into the Shivering Isles.
How so?
What they don't know is that they're being drawn to their doom, courtesy of the Resonator of Judgment. Ever since that wretched gatekeeper was made, Zedillion became redundant. It fell into disrepair and was eventually all but forgotten. After only a few years passed, the Grumites began moving in. Ghastly things.
Oh, I know.
They mistook the focus crystals for some sort of religious symbols and removed them from their rightful places.
You jerks.
This rendered the resonator inert and Xedillion completely useless. Luckily, you came along and placed Xedillion back into operation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I tend to ramble. You'll have to forgive me. If you have the attenuator, then Sheogorath must have sent you.
Indeed he did.
Xedillion would normally have sent you back to the entrance when you stepped on the pad in the resonator chamber. Since you're up here, I can only surmise that adventurers are already entering the dungeon as we speak.
Oh, really?
The only thing we can do is let the adventurers complete a cycle through here. I'll be glad to help.
Oh, please do.
I assume Sheogorath gave you the Manual of Xedillion. You can consult it for more information, or I can provide instructions. I will be happy to describe each chamber and explain the event that unfolds as we proceed through Xedillion.
Sounds fun. You've got a big nose. I just noticed it. Let's see. Counter airing has a unique theme. First is the Chamber of Conversation. A fairly empty room with a large grate on the floor and a single headlight wandering in the center. And the result, our small, harmless Gnarl will be grown in size to nearly thrice that of most we observe run around in an attempt to escape the lumbering creature. Eventually, it will stop and fade away. The magic of the room is enhanced by the spore gas we pump in through the grating. The demented result, our tiny friend is joined by a swarm of its brethren and they attack our surprise guests. How lovely. In this room, a huge mound of treasure sits atop a half ziggurat inside a securely locked cage to which there is no key. The manic result. We drop hundreds of keys to the ground that are all exact duplicates. It's amusing to watch Xenolites scramble to the keys for the correct one. Some spend days. Amazing. The demented result. When the Xenolite reaches the top of the ziggurat, we blast them with a highly concussive flame spell. The blast always sends them flying. Good fun for all, discounting those who did not survive. Oh, we're going to go for the manic result there. Chamber of Athemia. As you requested, we saved this one for last. Zelia has the metal to make it this far now faces the toughest challenge of all. This room features freshly killed corpses, blood, and plenty of hanging bodies for your darker mood, my lord. Manic result. We kill the Xenolite and cause a specter of his former self to rise from the body. Not many Xenolites can handle this one. Most go insane this far into the site. I must confess this room is a favorite of mine. Demented result. Nothing better than a good old-fashioned battle. We raise at least double the number of zombies as there are Xenolites and let them have at it. Simple, elegant, and deadly. This sounds like another manic result one to me.
So good to be back in business.
Alright, so where are we going?
Now keep your weapons ready and watch your backs. Do what I say, we might just get out of here alive.
Hello? Which one's which?
This is supposed to scare us? Ha! What in Oblivion is that thing?
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Wait just a moment. What's that sound?
Prepare yourselves for battle. Take this. Take this. Now it's my turn.
I think they're supposed to die one by one.
Lewin
Kinda wish I had saved beforehand.
deserve better than this, and I'm responsible. Someone will pay dearly, I assure you.
There's nothing to be done here.
Time to choose. Oh, how I'm...
I unleashed a gnarl swarm into the adventurers in Zedilia. Unable to survive their onslaught, Lewin the rogue has been slain. I should make my way to the next observation room and choose how the adventurers will encounter their next obstacle.
These moments, so exhilarating.
Neat.
Look, I told you. Treasure. Let's have at it, Sindelius.
No, 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 no.
Blast. The cage is locked.
Gromok, be careful. This looks too good to be true.
If only Lewin were here, he could get us through this in no time.
We'll have to fend for ourselves. Do you think you can pry the door open?
Forget it. This is obviously a trick. Let's get out of here.
To be so close, and yet so far. If only we had the key. Wait, do you hear something? Look, keys. One of them must open the gate. We're rich.
Let's get out of here, Sindelius. This is obviously a trick to waste our time.
I'll know it when I see it. Yes, it must be here.
They're all fake. Just come with me now.
Find it. Yes, I must find the key. Rich beyond all my dreams.
Suit yourself.
I've caused Zendilius the maid to go insane by pouring hundreds of keys on the ground, which convinced him that one of them opened the gate to the huge treasure pile. All that remains now is the leader of the group, Gremok. I should make my way to the last observation room and choose how the stubborn rook will encounter his final obstacle.
Steady, Gremok, steady. You've been through worse before. What more could this place possibly throw at you?
Corpses.
What? How in Oblivion can I be dead? This is impossible. Nothing killed me. I didn't even get a chance to fight. No chance to defend myself? No chance for battle? Why? Impossible. This is impossible. Gremok has never lost a fight.
Otherwise, you'd be dead already. By making Grandma think that he actually died and become a ghost, I've driven him insane. Now that all the adventures have been dealt with, I should speak with Caliban.
Impossible. This is impossible. No, this is all wrong. This isn't how it's supposed to be. I can't be dead. I just can't be. Impossible. This is impossible.
You've made short work of the intruders. Sheogorath should be proud to have such an efficient apprentice.
I had fun.
Now, if you'll step on the last teleporter pad, I will meet you in the reception chamber so we can recover your earnings.
My earnings?
Not to worry. We'll have your spoils to you in no time at all.
I feel like this is a trap.
As is the tradition, you are to be awarded a focus crystal as a token of your fine work.
Well, thank you very much.
I'll have it sent to the palace and placed in the main hall if you wish to take a look at it. Oh yes, of course. It seems a most unusual weapon was recovered from the orc warrior, Dramok. Never seen anything like it. But perhaps his... Beyond that, You're free to go at any time, of course. Just up that hallway.
Alright, what do we got here? We were finally able to convince that idiot rogue Leowin that it was time to give up that strong box of money he stole from Leia's quality merchants in Anvil and ditch it outside the castle. All the heat he brought on the group was starting to chafe. He just pretty much sat him down and made him do it because I put my foot in his face. I know he's a rogue, but we're adventurers. We get our loot from raiding old crypts and ruins, and places that ain't got guards. He can be a real horse's ass sometimes, I tell you. What a bad Freitas we had. We hit what was left of old Fort Warrow, and after slaughtering a bunch of no-good marauders and grabbing their loot, we made our way north. We came to the ruins of Trumbull. They would have said they were Aelid or Islid or some kind of old civilization, but all I cared about was how loaded with gold they were. He said usually they were, so we went in. What a mistake. The place was crawling with skeletons and ghosts. Those things give me the creeps. How can I fight something that ain't even alive? Leowin took a few good hits and had to pop all his potions. Lenis broke his arm when a trap almost crushed him to death, and I got a nice scar across my forehead. Close call. Best of all, when we got to the treasure hoard, Leowin was out of lockpicks. Why do we even keep him with us? We had to drag the damn container out of Trumbull and all the way back to camp train. Now I'm sitting here staring at a stupid metal box, wishing I could use Leowin's head to bash it open. What a dolt. After a night of deciding whether or not to snap Leowin's legs off and use them as firewood, I sent Lydanis and Leowin to Anvil to buy more lockpicks while I guarded the lockbox. They came back a few hours, and Leowin picked the lock into the first try. Good thing, too. I was still pretty mad at the guy. I don't like sitting around all day. Anyway, Leowin got all excited when he saw something wrapped up in some sort of fancy cloth. Inside the cloth was a bunch of stuff, but the best was the sword. What a beauty! The blade looks like a mouth with teeth and a handle with like gold snake skin and the gem in the middle of it. A perfect fiery orange and red, like the sky at dawn. Linus was going crazy, and I asked him what was all the noise for. He told me it was Ackery or something like that, and made by the snake people, or the Linus or whatever. It says Lindsay starts with an I just now when he saw me writing this. But that doesn't make any sense. But in Latin, Jehovah begins with an I. Fine, there, I wrote it. By the nine, Landis is nosy sometimes. Well, anyway, the best is yet to come. Right as the sun was setting, the sword vanished for a moment and was suddenly replaced by another weapon that looked almost the same, but the gem was deep blue and purple. Landis said he was certain that at dawn it would change back to the red and orange gem. Well, this is good enough for me. That alone made the sword the best thing I'd ever seen. I muttered something about alchemy and magic, but I told him to shut up. I decided to call the sword Dawnfang when it was red and orange, and Duskfang when it was purple, dark blue and purple. Things are getting better and better with my new sword these last few days. I found out Dawnfang is a fire blade and Duskfang is a frost blade, handy for extra killing power. But what's best was I found out when I Mindar jumped us and I landed the killing blow. I heard a voice in my head. Or maybe a thought, I don't know, it was weird. But it felt like the sword knew I had just killed the Minotaur, like it was counting or something. First I thought maybe I was just tired, but after tearing through a camp of bandits, it kept counting. After the 12th kill, it told me its thirst was satisfied, at least I think it told me. Then it stopped. Linda said it's possible the sword was a blood drinker, my kind of sword, but he didn't know what would happen. It didn't take that long to find out. When dusk came around, the blade changed. I almost fell off my campfire. The new blade was still Duskfang, but it somehow seemed stronger. I could just tell. I couldn't wait to try it out. I ran out and looked for something to kill. It didn't take long to come across a few stupid imps. Sure enough, not only did it do more frost damage than normal, but I also could feel the energy from the creatures transferred to me with every time I was hit. Every time I hit it. What a weapon this was! Yeah, Duskfang Superior, that's what I'll call it. Sometimes I even amaze myself. Linda said he was sure Duskfang would drink blood too, and I could power up Dawnfang with it. I spent all night looking for 12 things to kill, and when the sun came up, he was right. Dawnfang Superior is to be like this one's name. It's like having 4 blades in one. It's been the most fun I've ever had in my life, cutting a bloody swath across the ruins of Cyrodiil with my new double sword. Yiddish and Luand are even more confident now that we have such powerful weapons among us. We gathered tons of loot in the last 3 days, but nothing compares to this. We're going to head north and explore the area around Nibbin Bay today. I hope something else like this turns up on our adventures, then I'm going to retire. And how much is gold brand? But if I power it up... What do we got? Talisman of Abetment. I like it, I like it. The rest is nonsense. No, wait, I don't like detect when that detect life is on. It makes things annoying. Curses. What the hell is that?
You pathetic worm! What's the matter? Getting tired? Ah!
Now, let me guess, they count as people, so I can't trap their souls. Yep. Before exiting Xedilian, I was attacked by 3 unusual beings in equally strange armor. I should ask Caliban if he knows anything about them.
That was quite a battle. I hope you are uninjured.
Who are those beings?
You've not heard the legends? How could that be?
I just got here.
Those beings, as you call them, aren't beings at all. They are the soulless abominations known as the Knights of Order.
Me!
Their attraction to the resonator isn't surprising. It was built from one of the obelisks that dot the isles they seem to have an affinity for. You must proceed to Sher Gorath at once and tell him the knights have returned. Quickly now, go!
Me! Perfect order sword. Heart of Order. I'll take that. I'm getting kind of weighed down here. Stop it! Out of my way. Piss off. Oof. Die already? Well, make a move, champ. If you got the stones for it. Ah, Dawnfang. That's gonna be a pain. I have to keep switching between the two. I'll stick with Gold Brand, I guess. Though I may switch back and forth on occasion. Don't want to disturb the Lord of Madness, but well, it's too early, you know?
Always a pleasure.
Well, now. So soon? Not a surprise, I suppose. We'll get to that later. No need to burden your little brain with it now.
Okie dokie.
And Zedilian, since you're standing here, I assume you've succeeded. Or you're terribly confused, or really lacking in good judgment.
No, it's the first one.
Wonderful! Time for a celebration! Cheese for everyone!
Yay!
Wait, scratch that. Cheese for no one.
Oh.
That could be just as much of a celebration if you don't like cheese, true? You've run a maze like a good little rat, but no cheese for you yet. Oh, well, maybe a little. I've granted you a new spell, the ability to summon Haskell, my Chamberlain, to aid you in your travels. He knows a lot. More than he knows. In fact, give it a try. Summon our friend to you now. I'll wait.
You are a silly, silly man, and I love you. Where is it?
Our Lord has granted you the power to summon me. How wonderful for me.
Mm-hmm.
When summoned, I can offer advice on your current endeavor. I imagine it's up to you what to do with my wisdom. Do try to use your power sparingly. I have duties to which I must attend. Rather more important than shepherding you around, I'm sure.
Don't tempt me.
Isn't that a hoot? I love it myself. Best part of being a Daedric prince, really. Go ahead. Try it again. He loves it.
No.
Just one more time.
Ah, summoned again. My lord does so enjoy that, as is his prerogative. I'll assume you're done for now.
It depends on whether or not he tells me to do it again.
Good, good. You'll need all the help you can get if you're going to defeat Jiggalag and stop the Grey March.
I'm sorry, who?
Oh, don't expect to summon dear Haskell anywhere but in the realm. He dislikes leaving my presence. I get that sometimes.
Guess you're right here.
The Daedric Prince of Order. Or biscuits. No, order. Yeah. And not in a good way. Bleak. Colorless. Dead. Boring.
Ugh!
And not a fan of my work, I can tell you. Hates it, hates me. A bit single-minded, if you take my meaning. You've seen his knights. Not the warm and cuddly sort. Not a bit of original thought in their lifeless husks. So, you're going to help me stop him.
Okie dokie.
Again with the niggling little details. Hold your tongue, or I will.
Could you
We'll get
do it
to
with
that
it still in my
all in
mouth?
due time. For now, you've got other work to do. An event, a movement, an apocalypse of sorts. Happens every era, at the end of every era, which is to say,
No.
now. The Grey March comes and Jiggalag walks. Or runs. Never skips, sidles, or struts. And mostly he just destroys everything around him.
He should strut.
Ask? Ask? I don't ask! I tell! This is my realm, remember? My creation, my place, my rules! Look at you! No concept of what you've stumbled into. No sense of place. You don't even really know where you are, do you?
Not entirely.
I suppose few really do, but that's beside the point. We're going to give you a taste of where you found yourself. You're going to learn.
Okay.
2 halves, 2 rulers, 2 places. Meet and greet. Do what they will, so you know what they're
You mean-
about. the Duke of Mania, and the Duchess of Dementia. Seek them out, and let them show you what New Sheoth is. You might be surprised.
I doubt it.
Once you understand what my realm is, you might understand why it's important to keep it intact. And maybe you'll make some friends along the way. That's always nice.
I doubt that part.
Yes? Speaking to me? Well, I'm he. He's me. And others as well. Or they were, weren't they? Seen them about, have you? Odd things. They've always been here, but they're not of here, if you take my meaning. You'll see those Knights of Order around them during the Grey March, drawn to them like flies to honey, or rotting flesh. Ever wonder why flies like both? Best not to ask.
Okay. Just gonna go.
Come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!
I assume you'll, like, track me down first. My eyes just won't suddenly disappear from my head, right? Right? They're not here! Still not here. Park your keister in that chair.
Greeting.
Why do you approach the Duchess of Dementia? Do you seek death?
I kind of told to.
You're the one the Mad God sent, aren't you?
Yep.
Then you're safe for now. Speak to no one unless I instruct you to. None of them can be trusted. Do you hear me? None!
Okie dokie.
Surrounded by traitors and spies I am. Always, always. They watch and wait, eager to slip a knife into my spine when I'm not looking.
Well, your spine is very tempting.
That's exactly what they'd be expecting. They'll have replacements lined up, and then there could be even more of them surrounding me. No, too easy a fate for them. That's why you're going to help me. You're going to find them, force their hands, put them to the screws.
Which screws?
You're going to find out who knows. You're going to learn who keeps secrets, who conspires against me. You will be my Grand Inquisitor. Expose the conspirators, and they will be punished, I assure you. Find out who keeps secrets, and what they are. Speak with Herdier. He will help you. Do you understand what is required of you? If no one is found, you will be held responsible.
I have been tasked with finding the people conspiring against Lady Syl. I need to find and speak to Herdier. He can always be found at the torture chamber in the House of Dementia. Well, okay. Suppose we should call it a video about now. So I'm the Blues 32. This is the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.